We've heard of people advising us on how to know if you're in a toxic relationship. Others have told us on how to leave a toxic relationship. But rarely do we hear of a certain group of people who actually know they're in a toxic relationship. But there are some things that keep them trapped in that relationship. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that keep people trapped in toxic relationship, despite the fact that they know it is toxic. They're still there. So welcome to today's video. My name is NJAU. Now, the number one reason why most women get stuck in toxic relationships is because of something women call good sex or makeup sex. Let me tell you something. If there's something that is so powerful in a relationship, it's sex. And I believe that God knew it when he said that sex should be between two married people. And it does not hit you until you put yourself in a situation whereby it is the same thing that you did that is hindering you from setting yourself free. Now, let me tell you something. There is nothing like good sex. Let me just say that. Because I believe that sex is something that both of you work on, the man and the woman. If you're married, you explore together, you learn together. But if you give in too quick to sex, it will hinder you from knowing some of the bad side of this person, that they are going to use the fact that you like the sex part of them to humiliate you and to make you feel and to make that relationship a mess, knowing real well you are not going anywhere, because at the end of the day, after the sex, you are satisfied. After the sex, you're not going to handle anything else. We have people we know. Maybe you have a friend that you know who is trapped in a bad relationship because of sex. You have a relative, maybe a colleague, someone you know, or someone you've ever heard of, or someone you've watched in an interview, and the only reason they are still trapped in a bad relationship or in a toxic relationship is because of this thing they call good sex. Now, it is so clear that God is not an author of confusion, and that's why it was so clear that you should not sex is for two married people, like I said in the beginning. Because the moment you start by having sex, this thing will hinder you, like I've said, from knowing the true character of this person. You will not get time to know their temper. You will not get time to know their background. You will not get time to know whether they are physical, they are abusive, they are abusive physically. You will not get to know any of these things, because at the end of the day, by the time you want to know, by the time they do something to you and you want to know, they come back and bring that thing you're calling good sex, and you forget about everything else. So the number one reason why I feel like most people are trapped in bad and toxic relationships is because they've already started they started the sex before they could know this person. So the sex is trapping you there, knowing real well that this thing is toxic, this thing is driving me crazy, but there's nothing you can do about it. You're still there because you're like, after he has done all those things to you, after everything else, he's still going to come and cover everything with that thing you're calling good sex. So you need to be so careful. You need to be very careful before you start sleeping with someone, because the Bible says the moment you sleep with someone, you become one. Okay, so you must be very careful before you go ahead and start sleeping around. You need to be very careful about that, because that thing can keep you stuck there. I've had people say, I've tried to walk away from this guy, but I can't. I've tried to ignore this person, but I still can't. It's because you people are one, first of all, and it is because you tested the waters before you could know the real person. You could know who this person is for real. Like, who is this? Who is he when he gets mad? Who is he behind the sex? Okay, so before you get yourself into this trap, before you get yourself into a situation where it's going to cost you a lot to get yourself out of, you need to be very, very careful. I believe that The moment you get the right person, the matters concerning sex, you build that thing up, both of you learn together, you explore together, and all those things are going to follow. So don't rush into doing it, and it's going to trap you into finding the right person and the person you should do it with. So the number one reason why I feel like so many people or so many women are trapped in bad and toxic relationships is because of sex. And it's so unfortunate that you call it good sex. It is not good sex. It is just something that a person is using to humiliate you and to keep you there and to use you, because they know at the end of the day I'll do all this manner of things, and at the end of the day I'm just going to come, we are going to do it, and it's going to cover up for everything. So stop letting sex cover up for someone's behavior, someone mistreating you, someone disrespecting you, simply because of whatever they are going to do, and cover everything up. Set yourself free. If you can, protect yourself from getting into that situation in the first place. So don't put yourself in situations where you're exposing yourself to having casual sex, and that way you get trapped to a bad relationship. Get to know this person first, get to know their background, get to do all those things. You can watch a video I made, watch my videos on a video I made about things you should ask before marriage, and then after that, then you can get to that other part of your life. The number two reason why most women get trapped into bad and toxic relationships is because of finances. Money. And it is so unfortunate that women nowadays don't care. Like, as long as this guy can provide, anything is welcome. He can go ahead and do whatever he wants as long as he's going to provide. Let me tell you something. If he can provide, you also can get your own. You can also get your own money. There's nothing so sweet as using your own money, or having or making your own money. Like, money, I've worked hard for this money. So even when I'm posting photos, or when I'm going on holidays, or when I'm buying myself something, it is something that I know I've worked hard for. And like someone buying you everything, and knowing that the fact that they've bought you everything, they owe you, by the way. They owe you, because the moment they take away everything they have bought, you're left with nothing. I keep saying this. Your net worth is who you are without the help of anyone else. That is, hiyo ndio kitu yako. Kila mtu akiondoka kwa life yako, like when everybody takes what they have invested in you, that is who you are. Don't think that simply because I'm married to a rich guy, that is something that makes you rich. If he decides to walk, whatever he leaves you with, whatever you have that has your name on it, kama ID yako tu ndio iko na jina yako, that is all that you have. So stop getting trapped because I cannot leave this relationship. Who is going to provide for this holiday? Who is going to provide for? Who is going to pay my bills? Who is going to do what? Start somewhere. You'll rather live in a single room somewhere in uko place zenye utaki kusikia, and know that you have your power, and know that you're independent, and know that no one can come to you and start telling you all manner of shit, because hata kama natumia TV 12 inch ni yangu, nimejibaia. Alright, nitumie 65 inch na najua huyo mtu anaweza ikamia anytime. Huyo mtu anaweza fikiria I can do whatever I want with this chick because I own her. If I get into her house, I can forget everything, nimwache bila anything. Let someone know that you're independent. No matter how small you start, don't let someone mistreat you or keep you or do all those manner of things because you are not financially stable. Get your own money. You can start your own business, get your own career, just do something. Make sure there's something something solid you're doing with your life. That even if this person comes into your life, even if this person decides to do something to you or just gift you, it's just a bonus. It's not like they own you. It is something that you can afford for yourself. And you also need to watch a video I made, Taking Back Your Power. This is something that most women you just give out your power because of material things. Take back your power. Take back your authority, because the moment you have your power, you can tell someone no unapologetically. Okay? So don't let finances keep you in a toxic relationship. Start somewhere. Start small. The Bible says that do not despise the days of your humble beginnings. Don't be afraid to start small. Don't be afraid of what people are going to say. People will always talk. So it doesn't matter where you are. You can leave everything and start again. It is okay to start again. It is okay. And it's so uncomfortable to hit the restart button. But if there's something that is so important in your life, it is realizing that you're in the wrong direction and restarting that journey all over again. So don't let money keep you trapped in a toxic relationship. Ati mtu anaweza kuja kuchape papa simply because anajua huyo kuna mahali anaweza enda. The farthest ataenda ni kwa ushago. I don't live that kind of life. Let someone know that you value, you have there's something you can do. If they live your life will not change. Okay, just get your finances in order. Start somewhere, no matter how small. Just get to do something with your life. Okay, don't let money keep you trapped in a toxic relationship. The other thing that keep women trapped in toxic relationships are children. And I'm going to say this: children have their own lives, and children can see when things are not okay. You think you are there for them, they can tell things are not okay. And the only thing you're doing is you're repeatedly bringing up another generation of toxic relationships, because they can see what your children don't hear. Their ears are just there. What they do is that they do what they see, not what you say. So you think someone is slapping you in front of your children, someone is abusing you in front of your children, you two cannot have a mature conversation, you're just throwing words at each other in front of those children, and you're just sitting there thinking, I'm here because of the children. Which children? They can see that this thing is not working. And as they age, they can tell there was nothing like a relationship, and there's nothing worse than staying in a toxic relationship. Even when children are grown, they know tumeacha mami na daddy home, lakini they are fighting. So don't stay because of children. If you have to be in that relationship, if you have to be in that marriage, be there for each other, not because of the children. At the end of the day, watoi wako hapo until 18-20. From there, they are independent. They have left your lives. And then what? You were there just miserable. They are just seated, having nothing to say to each other. So if it's because you're there because of the children, find a way of raising these children together. You don't have to be living together to raise these children. Don't make these children, don't bring up another generation of toxic people. We already have enough toxic people in this world. So stop bringing more. Just figure out on how to raise these children separately if you can. But don't stay with someone who is abusive, who is insulting you, who is doing all manner of things simply because they are watoto. Apana. Don't do that. Children can see. Children know when things are not okay. No matter how you try to hide it, they can see. So if your excuse is children, baby girl, just figure out how you're going to sort that mess. Don't stay because of the children. Because at the end of the day, what were you there for? We have heard of those things. Someone comes, kills the children, kills the mother, kills themselves, and then what? What children were you staying there for? It is so toxic. Please don't stay because of the children. And the other thing that makes women stay is overexposing your weaknesses. Everybody has their weaknesses. Hakuna mtu ana weakness anaweza sema this anaweza sema ati I don't have a weakness. Everybody has their weakness, excuse me. And the moment you overexpose your weakness, like you are like living with this person, like mimi asiwezi ishi bila wewe, mimi ukienda nimekufa, mimi if the moment you decide, what if this person dies, are you going to die with them? Stop overexposing your weakness. Yes, you have it, but don't let it be the reason why you just so desperate. You're just so you're acting like you can't make a move, okay? Because of this weakness that you have. Even this person knows when we argue, kuna button yenye najua nikiguza hiyo amenyamaza. Hiyo the moment I get to that lane, that one I've finished this person. Don't overexpose your weaknesses, especially when you're dating. Don't you ever do that. And this I'm not going to explore too much because it is so self-explanatory. So stop, usiji overexpose, Everybody, like I said, has their own weaknesses. Don't let yours be the reason someone else is taking advantage of you. And the last thing I'm going to share with you is desperation. I said in one of my when I was most of the beginning of my channels, those first videos, I said something, and I said being desperate is okay. Acting desperate is the problem. There are times we are desperate for jobs, we are desperate for relationships, we are desperate for. It is okay to be desperate, but don't act desperate. Feel it, but don't act it. Okay? Because sometimes people are so desperate to even acting it. Someone knows that this person is so desperate that the moment they find me, they are satisfied. Like you feel, she can be, and then you finish running. You're like, wow, I've done it. Don't act like that in relationships. Don't act so desperate that this person knows. This person, this one was desperately waiting for me. It is okay to be, but don't act it. Because that can make someone take really good advantage of you. Like they can take advantage of everything that you do. They can take advantage of the fact that you needed them so much. You didn't need them, you wanted them. Okay? And get to know the difference between a need and a want. Okay? But don't act desperate no matter what. Don't you ever act this. Maybe you act desperate, by the way. Don't act desperate. You are not me, I know, but please don't act, especially if you're a chick. Don't act desperate. People are going to take advantage of you. People are going to take advantage of the fact that they know who you dem anakwanga desperate. So stop acting desperate. Be the kind of woman that you want to be, like the woman that God created you to be. So I hope that those things are going to help you. If you're in a toxic relationship and one of those things that I've mentioned here is what is keeping you in that toxic relationship, try to work on it. If you have to leave. Whatever you have to do it for your own sanity, okay? Whatever you do, make sure you put you first. You cannot make people happy if you're not happy. You cannot love people if you don't love yourself. You cannot prioritize other people if you don't prioritize yourself. Everything starts with you. You have to be what you want to see other people do to you. Have a beautiful week ahead. I'll see you on my next one. Bye bye.